All right. So I am going to do the 9 times fast technique with Shona because it's my theory that all you really need to do is listen and respond. That's it.
Okay.
Just listen and respond. If you listen and respond, that's all you need to do for TV. It's nothing at all like film, where you have to work the text, shape and sculpt the moment. If you do that on camera, it ruins it. It looks like you're schmacting for the camera.
Okay.
So the deal is to just arrive and listen and respond. It's so much less than what we do for theater. So my theory is, I mean, I did it at a real audition. You don't have to do it at a real audition. Is that I memorized just my lines and went in to an audition and just listened and responded. I didn't even read the scene. And it was a really good audition. They went with a guy for the role, but the casting director was like, wow, that was really good. I was like, it was for House of Cards. It was a lot of text. And she's like, if you had to know the scene was about, I was like, I actually just memorized my lines and listened and responded. And the camera then caught me actually listening and responding because that's all I had.
Oh, that's fascinating.
It's the key. And part of it is that television and film writing is really the psychology of the character. We are watching the subconscious, right? And even an hour-long episodic, you're there to tell the story for the principals or to tell the story of the guest star victim, right? We're providing a lot of information because basically what an episodic is we have to have an entire Greek tragedy in 40 minutes. So there's a lot of information that has to get shuttled within the context of varied scenes with a lot of action. But there still has to be a lot of context provided. What's the background on this person? Every episodic you look at. Law and Order, they were arrested in 1992. They were on their way to the supermarket. They had a marriage that had been long for 10 years. You've got to know all that background story without it feeling like you're doing exposition. So a lot of the exposition has to be thrown away as if it's a matter of fact, right? We have to get that information to match how much visual information we're getting on television. So much storytelling is happening visually, but the characters actually have to know all of that is happening around them. It has to seem like that is their world and their history. So basically, television language is about the psychology of making your audience believe I've been living in this world for the last 20 years and it's totally real to me. And I had an amazing director. It was Bob Balaban, who directed me in Exonerated, but then he directed me in a movie called Bernard and Doris. And he's like, what you need to do is you need to create the reality of we're going into a board meeting with all the major board members and you're getting me prepared. And I'm your executive assistant and I've got to get all this stuff to you. And you know that every time we have this meeting, I screw up or the head of the board always nails me on finance and da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, we have a 30-second scene. I need to see all that history in the scene. I was like, wow. He's like, that's called creating the reality. You're creating the reality of the relationship. You're creating the reality of the world, right? It's a different world. We are in a blue blood mansion. This is old money. You make $400,000 a year as an executive assistant. You live in a hotel next door to the office because you work 97 hours a week. Your boss flies you in for meetings. You are a big dog. He's like, we need to know that in 30 seconds. And all we have is 30 seconds. And I was like, whoa. He's like, it's in your psychology. You actually have to sculpt that. And he said to me, British actors do it really well. And Ray Fiennes is in this movie and Susan Sarandon's in this movie. And, you know, Susan and Ray have a script that day. There's no getting the script a long time ahead. There just isn't. This was an HBO movie. And Ray Fiennes was absolutely mesmerizing. You believe that you were in 1942 and then again in 1980 something. From the moment he came into the frame, And he's like, that's sculpting a moment. I was like, well, where is that happening? He's like, in his mind. And I was like, huh? He's like, why do you love Patrick, what's his name? Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart on Star Trek. And I was like, because I actually believe he's in the future. I don't believe nobody else is in the future. Will his first, number one, I wanted to kill him. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing, a barbecue in your backyard before the Super Bowl? That's not this world. I just did not believe that he was in this world. I was like, well, what is it that Patrick Stewart's doing? I mean, I actually asked him outside the doors when I went to see him on Broadway in The Tempest. I was like, I don't even know what you're doing in sculpting that world, but it's magnificent. And he was like, I am in a different world. Who would I be in this different world? I actually have to create that. And that's exactly what British actors do on stage. That's why when you see the RSC do All's Well That Ends Well, it's a completely different play than anything you've ever seen in the United States. I was like, what are they doing? They're sculpting the world of that time. Medieval, Black humor is in the air, people believing in demons, the church running everything and persecuting people, the plague is rampant. They are creating the reality of their world. In their mind's eye, they are actually in that place. They're not on stage. And because they shape it through their subconscious sort of crafting, we believe it. We are transported. It's why they do period stuff so well. And ours is sort of like, well, once you get past the cowboys, period stuff in America is pretty lame. I mean, you're basically like, no, they're on a sci-fi set in California. They're not in the past. But Brits sculpt and shape. On television and film, it's not the lines, getting the lines right that matters. It's the sculpting of the world. It's what I call creating the reality. And you can't do that unless your lines are memorized by rote. That's one, to really be convincing, because television writing is hugely expositional, hugely. You give it, if you were doing Fringe, whoo, I remember I had a monologue. It must have been an entire page, which in television is a lot. I had to go in for Julie Tucker, and she was like, yeah, I need all of that information in about 10 seconds. I was like, what? She's like, I need to be crystal clear. I was like, she said, because we needed to understand what's going on. We need to understand that we're at this facility. It's been hidden from the government for all these years. We need to understand your clearance. We need to understand so many facts that you're going to relay to us. It needs to be matter of fact. Like everybody in the room already knows this. You're just reminding them so you can get what you want. And I was like, whoa. It's in the subconscious, which is why you can't be going on set trying to memorize lines. You can't be shaping moments. You can't be taking, okay, she needs to convince him to take this case. I'm going to go and I'm going to work that. This line, I'm going to convince him. This line, I'm going to guilt him. This line, I'm going to shame him. No. All that will look like is soap opera acting. Because you can't talk. When you're sculpting moments like that for the stage, it's all about elongating vowel sounds and using technical tricks with language to communicate an action. The camera doesn't want that. The camera wants this to be happening to you in real time right now. And you are going to this hospital to see this woman who has been beaten within an inch of her life. And you must get this man on board to take care of her, to defend her, or she's going to be in the electric chair in 2 weeks. Like, it has to be happening in real time. So that's the first struggle. The second struggle is you're not getting the lines until you get to set. And more, as Shondaland has proven, we can make epic writing with lots of monologues really sing in America. So now everybody is writing that way. She has created a new genre in television that we haven't seen since, okay, West Wing, or Broadcast News did it some. But like these epic monologues where these people are huge, tragic, mythic figures, basically, archetypes, and they have huge monologues. Mm-hmm. This is new to television and film. And there's tons of language, but it still has to come out of your mouth as the speed of theater. As the speed of TV, even though it feels like theatrical writing. So you're not shaping those moments. You're giving us a lot of information, and then you're working out your subconscious through the communication of that information. It has to be by rote. So basically, it's not what you're saying, It's what you need that's working through the lines. It's your subconscious idea of where you need to land. I need to get him on board with this. And I need to get him on board because this is what's at stake. It's in my heart. It's in my mind. He knows the rules of the game. All of that is unsaid. All of that, how the criminal justice system works. We, as Americans watching it, know how the system works. We also know the formula of this show. We know what kind of things are going to fall in the way. We know the witness kind of didn't have an alibi. We know all, it's a given, right? All of that has to be clear in your mind and in the reality of the world that you're shaping from the minute you speak. The second bit is that all the lines are changing on TV as we're speaking. And I'll give you an example. You get to a set, they've decided to shoot outside for real. We are outside of a public school in Manhattan, in the Bronx rather. And we're talking about the scene of the crime. And the writing is great, the scene of the crime. I was standing here, the lamppost was shining over the body. I saw the guy's face. Guess what? Where they decided to shoot the scene, there is no lamppost. Oh, fuck. We have like 20 more minutes of light. The writer then phones in and says, here's the new scene, and gives it to the second AD over the mic. And then the second AD gives you the new lines by just saying them to you. Okay, now go. I kid you not. Change it. And I was like, why, when I come to rehearse on set, do the principals never have their lines? Like, why are they holding sides? Because that's when they learn their lines. And they've got 12 more hours of shooting. That's when they learn their lines. And I'll tell you, on Blue Bloods, Donnie said to me, he was like, I can't learn the lines ahead of time anyway, because then I know what's coming up in the next scene. And I have to not know in order for me to play it truthfully. I was like, he's like, because I've been playing this character for a long time. I've been playing this formula for a long time. So it has to be a surprise to me if I know too much, right? And so he is there on set asking himself questions and asking the director as if he's like, well, if the lamppost was turned that way, wouldn't I really know this? The director was like, oh, wow, you're right. They are doing it in real time. That's why the shows and the formula never get stale to us. It's actually really happening to them. They're figuring it out through the language, right? And through their subconscious. I would solve this crime by asking this question and they're like, well, if I'm gonna make this believable, I actually have to believe that I can solve this and I don't know all the details ahead of time. Hence the language changes to make it work, right? To make the given variables work. And on shows with lots of text, like Bull and like House of Cards, pages and pages and pages and pages get handed to you in the makeup chair that are completely different from the script you have at home that was updated last night and was sent to you. And I don't mean a little bit of difference. I mean, there's a scene missing and there's a new scene in its place, right? On Bull, the actors hand write out their lines on pieces of paper and tape it across from them or tape it on the camera because they know the camera guys are like, you're going to be my camera here to the left. Okay, I'm going to tape my lines here, right? And you never know that they're reading lines. They're completely present because it's not about the lines. It's about the psychology of the character. Hence, this whole thing they used to teach us in school, oh, you just hold the paper so people don't expect the full performance. That's actually bullshit. You don't hold the paper. There should be no paper in your hands. You should just walk in and play the scene. And the camera needs to know that, as Hillary is saying, and they know that watching a person try to figure out a puzzle is way more interesting than watching a person who has figured it out already. Voila. That's the deal, right? So as my Meisner teacher used to say, we use the lines as the equipment to make contact. That's how we used to do nursery rhymes. She'd be like, I would like you to play a murder scene, but the only lines you have are Mary Had a Little Lamb. What? She's like, because it's not about the lines. It's about shaping the emotional and subconscious reality of this world. The lines could be anything, which is why they need to be in your body by rote, no acting attached. Because when you try and attach an action to a line, you're only going to remember the line if you're doing that action. if you're pursuing that agenda, if you're pursuing that goal, which totally fucking sucks. That's why when you get into an audition, you're like, I have sculpted this shit. And then the person opposite you gives you nothing. And you're like, why is nothing happening? Because you're trying to make it happen and you're actually not listening to what they're truly saying to you. So that is the entire rationale behind memorizing lines by rote with no acting attached as fast as you can. It's a bitch and a half. Ready to go? It's so exciting. When you get this, you'll be like, oh my God, I have been working way too hard. It is so easy. It's just like, I was like, well, I pay people $75,000 in the first year to learn how to do, what? I didn't go to school to learn how to do this. I just needed somebody to teach me to do this, to listen and respond. I was like, what? But of course, I needed to do 3 years of plays to make this organic to my body and second nature and completely natural. So yes, I did. But this is a different skill set. And you'll be so happy because you're like, wait a minute, I could make $1,000 in the next 10 minutes by just walking in here and listening to somebody. That's it. It's the easiest money you've ever made. It's actually just the easiest money you've ever made.
Because listening is interesting. It's interesting. The camera wants to see you listening. It's interesting. It's fascinating because everybody does it a different way in different circumstances. It's fascinating.
Mm-hmm. And chemistry happens, as somebody was my headshot photographer, who's actually just a filmmaker who doesn't know it, who's a genius. It's like, I just love watching you know him and know how to get him to do what you want. I was like, what? He's like, I felt like I was watching a husband and a wife. She know how to get, it ain't about what she's saying. It's about, well, you know, it's about, okay, I'm going to back up and be a little demure. Oh, teach me. It's like, you know how to work him. And we enjoy watching you work him. That's subconscious. I was like, oh. That's why when I got on set, I was like, I got to run lines. And Michael was like, come to my dressing room. I want to show you pictures of my kids. I was like, okay, are we going to run lines? Yeah. We ran lines for like 10 seconds, talked to his kids on FaceTime. And then we talked about how he met his wife. And then we went and did the scene. And that's why the scene was so good. It was about, oh my God, I love you so much. He made me fall in love with him in like 15 minutes over pizza. Because he actually is that guy, right? And the director was like, oh, you two, you're going to work out fine. I was thinking, he's like, it's going to be fine. And then I got there and he was like, oh my God. And he just gave me a hug and he's like, this is going to be fine. I was like, how do you know? We just know each other. I was like, we do? Yeah, smart Alex. We're like, we're smarter than everybody. Let me show you this is going to go. And we're really tough, but we're really softies. I was like, whoa, how do you know that? He's like, it's just, you know it. Now, let's just talk. It's not about the lines. But the lines are your tools for making contact and getting what you need. So I am going to say a line really fast, Shona, and then I want you to repeat it 9 times as fast as you can. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Damn shame. I tell you, being a Black woman.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman. Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman. Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman. Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman. Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman. Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman. Be strong, Daisy.
Something happened. I didn't hear the last part.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman. Be strong, they say.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman. Be strong, they say. Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman, be strong, they say. Damn shame, being a Black woman, I tell you, be strong, they say. Damn shame, being a Black woman, I tell you, be strong, they say. Damn shame.
Stop. You dropped the line. Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black, because you know why? You started acting.
Oh.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman, be strong, they say. Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman, be strong, they say. Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman, be strong, they say. Capture the rhythm of the lines. But don't
damn
act.
Shame, I tell you, being a Black woman, be strong, they say. Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman, be strong, they say. Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman, be
Faster.
strong, they say.
Faster.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman, be strong, they say.
Stop. Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a Black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say, support your man. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say, support your man. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say, support your man.
Stop. Being a black woman, be strong, they say, support your man, raise a man, think like a man.
Being a black woman, they say.
Being a black woman, be strong, they say. Being a black woman, be strong, they say.
Being a black woman, be strong, they say. Being a black woman, be strong, they say. Being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man. Raise a man.
Again,
Being a
being a
black
black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man.
Being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man.
Again.
Being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise your man. Being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man. Being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man. Being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise your man.
Stop. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man.
Damn shame that.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man.
Again.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man.
Faster.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man.
Again, faster, no acting.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man. Damn shame, I tell you.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, they say, support your man, support your man, raise your man, think like a man. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say, support your man, raise your man, think like a man. Well, damn it, I gotta do all that.
Woo! Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man, think like a man. That I got to do all that. Well, damn, I got to do all that?
Yep. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man, think like a man. Well, damn, I got to do all that.
Damn shame.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man, think like a man. Well, damn, I got to do all that.
Yeah, again, 9 times fast.
Oh, Lord. Damn shame, I tell you. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man, think like a man. Well, damn, I got to do all that. Damn shame, they say. No, damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man, think like a man. Well, damn, I got to do all that. Damn shame, they say. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man, think like a man. Well, damn, I got to do all that. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise a man, think like a man. Well, damn, I got to do all that. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman.
And stop. Get rid of the acting.
I'm trying to remember it.
Because
I don't even remember it.
The acting, you're going to attach an acting idea to that line. And if you don't have that acting idea in the moment, or if it's not right for where you're sitting, or if you actually don't have a real person you're talking to, you're just talking to a stand-in, it's not going to be there for you. And that's why the lines are like, blah, blah, blah. So I say, damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong. They say, support your man, raise a man, think like a man. Well, damn, I got to do all that. Who's out there working for me, carrying my burden, holding me up when I get down? Just like that. Like a news commentator. No acting. So what you're doing is you're trying to make sense of the lines by speaking them, and I'm asking you to do by rote. This is very Meisner. We had like an entire semester of only doing scenes by rote. And the way they did it was to give us the scene at the end of the class, go outside for an hour, and then come back in and clean the floor and say your lines. Sure. No, like really clean the floor. Like get the mop and the bucket from the janitor down the hall while you're saying your lines, and pour the bucket of water across the fucking floor and clean the entire studio while saying your line. I was like, bitch. But you know what? The scene played. Totally played. Because all we had was, let me just say this, while we were seriously mopping a fucking studio floor with an industrial mop and a bucket and bleach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But by rote. And then do the same scene with nursery rhymes.
Ah.
So
The same scene with nursery rhymes?
the same scene we had just memorized from Awake and Sing, which we just memorized the hour before.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 9 pages of theater text. But she was like, fast, like TV, fast. All you had was the memorization by rote. And when we started acting, she stopped us. Go back by rote. So what was happening is that we were playing this scene about a son moving out to go into the army, and she didn't want him to go into the army or whatever. But when the two actors played it by rote, it was really a husband and a wife fighting over money. It had nothing to do with the lines. Nothing. It had to do with the relationship that me and my acting partner had been cultivating the entire semester. I was like, oh, so you gotta get the acting out of it.
Wow.
Hillary, you want to try it? I think she needs to hear another voice doing it with her.
Yes.
And say it like a white girl, Hillary. Just go look at a white girl. Okay.
Sorry, my finger just flew up.
Because when you go on set, you're gonna be doing it with a white girl. So, talking to your black man, but you're gonna be doing it with a white girl. So we go.
Wait, so what's happening? I'm doing it with Shona.
You were gonna feed her lines.
All right.
Move on to the next set, past what we were doing.
Let me get that side open. Standby.
Or I can show you mine.
No, I got him.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, show me your screen because then I don't have to switch back and forth.
But Shona, you can't look at the screen.
Okay.
All right, so we need to keep going down. You got to nobody, right? Didn't we get that far?
Oh no, we didn't get that far. I didn't say nobody.
Sorry, who's
You
out
was right there.
for me? Who's out
Who's
here?
out here working
Who's
for
out
me?
here working for me? That's what I got.
Okay. Who's out here working for me, carrying my burden?
Who's out here working for me carrying my burden?
Who's out here working for me, carrying my burden?
Who's out here working for me carrying my burden? Who's out here
Good
working for me carrying my burden? Who's out here working for me carrying my burden? Who's out here working for me carrying my burden?
Who's out here working for me, carrying my burden, building me up?
Who's out here working for me carrying my burden, building me up? Who's out here working for me carrying my burden, building me up? Who's out here working for me carrying my burden, building me up? Who's out here working for me carrying my burden, building me up? Who's out
here working for me, carrying my burden, building me up when I get down?
Who's out here working for me carrying my burden, building me up when I get down?
Again?
That it?
Mm-hmm.
Who's out here
working for me, carrying my burden, building me up when I get down?
Who's out here working for me, carrying my burden, building me up when I get down? Who's out here working for me, carrying my burden, building me up when I get down? Who's out here working for me, carrying my burden, building me up when I get down? Who's out here working for me, carrying my burden, building me up when I get down? Who's out here working for me, carrying my burden, building me up when I get down? Who's out here?
Go back. Damn shame I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Do it to there.
Damn shame I say, being a black woman. Mm-hmm.
Go back. Damn shame I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say.
Damn shame I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise your man, think like a man. Well, damn, I gotta do all that, huh? Gotta do all that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Damn,
because we gotta connect it, right?
Hmm?
Yeah, because you gotta connect it. So you had that one chunk. Well, damn, I gotta do all that, huh? Who's out there working for me?
Okay.
Right?
Yes. Let me do the connector. Well, damn, I gotta do all that, huh? Well, who's out here working for me, carrying my burden, building me up when I get down?
Good. Go back.
Okay.
Damn shame.
Damn shame I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise your man, think like a man. Well, damn, I gotta do all that, huh? Who's out here working for me, carrying my burden when I get down?
Almost. Carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Yep.
Damn shame Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, being strong, they say. Support your man, raise your man, think like a man. Well, damn, I got to do all that, Who's out here working for me, carrying my burden, building me up when I get down.
Nobody. Building me up when I get down. Nobody.
Building me up when I get down. Nobody. Building me up when I get down. Nobody. Building me up when I get down. Nobody. Building me up when I get down. Nobody. Building me up when I get down. Nobody.
Carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody.
Carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody. Carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody. Carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody. Carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody.
I'm going to go back. Damn shame, I tell you.
Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man. Raise a man. Think like a man. Well, who's out here working for me? Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong, they say. Support your man, raise your man, think like a man. Well, damn, I got to do all that, Who's out here working for me, carrying my burden, building me up when I get down? Nobody.
Excellent. Okay. Carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody. Black women.
Carrying my burden when I get down. Black women. Nobody. Black women. Carrying my burden when I get down, building me up. No, carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody. Black women. Carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody. Black women. Carrying my burden when I get down.
Let's go back. Carry my burden, building me up when I get down.
Nobody. Black women. Carrying my burden building me up when I get down. Nobody. Black women. Carrying my burden when I get down. Carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody. Black women. Carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody. Black women. Carrying my burden carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody. Black women. Carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody. Carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody. Black women. Carrying my burden, building me up when I get down. Nobody. Black women.
I'm gonna stop you. So that, good job. You see how you got to work?
Yes.
Get away from that acting. I know it seems counterintuitive, but just try it. And here's what I'm going to suggest, because I want to give Antoinette some time to work, is that you record it, which is what I do. I record the entire monologue. If I start acting, I delete the recording and start again. Damn shame, I tell you, being a black woman, be strong. They say, support your man, raise a man, think like a man. Well, damn, I got to do all that. Who's out there working for me? Just like that. I play it while I'm cleaning my house and washing the dishes. And I say it along. I will stumble and fuck it up. But by the time I'm finished vacuuming my living room and water my plants, at least half of it is memorized.
I learned 20 pages doing this for a Top of Show guest.
Oh, wow.
It really...
And I didn't need the page when I went into the audition room. And it was 20 pages.
So here's the trick about doing this by rote. It feels hard now. The more you do it, the easier it gets.
Okay.
So I would spend tonight while you watch, and you got to do it while you're doing something else.
Sure.
You can't do it while you're focusing on it.
Sure.
Like your first 10 lines, you just say them when you're walking down the street. Say them on the train where you know you're going to get interrupted, right?
Sure.
So that it's just spitting the words out of your mouth.
Sure.
And then you play the scene. Now, something that's not really helping you right now is that this is a monologue.
Yes.
So
I was just thinking that.
the natural connection, making sense of what comes next is already there. I want you to pick a scene where it's lots of back and forth. Don't worry about it being a scene in your chords right now.
Okay.
I want you to go to the dreamunlock.com/guides. I want you to pick something that's just a lot of back and forth. Doesn't matter what it is. And just memorize.
Will the Susan David scene work? That's the scene, the second scene? I just wrote it as a monologue, but.
Oh, is there a lot of back and forth?
That one,
You're doing most of the talk.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of back and forth in that.
Try that one.
Okay.
Try that one.
Okay.
Like if we were working on this in class, I would then take all of David's lines and say, here, learn David's lines and let's do the scene.
Oh,
When I straight on camera class, I have people flip it like that. They come in and they prepare one thing, and then I'm like, okay, you go away 10 minutes and learn the other person's lines, and you go away, okay, now let's play it. And they're like, what? I was like,
okay.
you're able to pick up the scene in class and do it. I'm like, what?
Wow.
But what happens in a real on camera class, which is probably what we should do next, is that you meet with me once a week, but then you're meeting with your partner once or twice. And y'all are working a different scene every time. Cool. And you drill each other on the lines. So what I always tell my clients is you're not learning how to audition this, how to do this audition. You're learning how to audition. So it's about learning how to audition. And it's about learning how to audition with different genres. Like when I did this, I would come in, I was coaching with Roz, and she was like, I'm not here to teach you how to act. I don't teach people how to act. That's not what I do. I was like, she's like, you already know how to act. I said, well, what about when I'm preparing? She's like, we can do that in a minute. We're going to do this scene here. Just take this. I don't know what it is. Learn the lines. Okay, let's go. I was like, what? She's like, yeah. Okay. And then we'd work that scene for the first 30 minutes. And then she would take the scene that I was putting on tape and then put me on tape after I'd done that. No coaching. I was like, what? She's like, you don't need coaching. She's like, if I coach you an actor, you're going to act too much. And it wasn't, I'm going to go in and do this audition, Drop Dead Diva. It was coming in every week and working on a different one with her. We did everything from commercial copy to Shakespeare.
That's great.
Memorize it right now. And
I was saying this to Antoinette yesterday when we were talking though, but I know people that put themselves on tape. I know a person who wanted to become a guest star actor, but she got freaked out by the auditions and worried about memorizing. She put herself on tape every day for 2 years. Sometimes she would just go to Showfax. It would be stuff that she was right for, stuff that she wasn't right for. Sometimes if she was tired, she just gave herself a co-star, but sometimes she gave herself 15 pages to read and she put it on tape with a friend, took 20 minutes. She did it every day for 2 years. She's like, you better believe I can memorize 16 pages in an hour now. I don't get scared about auditions. I know what I look like on camera. I know what I do. I know what I'm good at. I know what my casting is. I know what, because that's what I wanted. So I had to figure it out. She put herself on tape every day.
Really smart. Ladies, I am going to now, if you please.
Me. Say that last night again.
Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. And how's the fraud appeal, Papa?
Okay. Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. And how's the fraud appeal, Papa? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. And how's the fraud appeal, Papa? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. Is how's the fraud appeal, Papa? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave?
Good. Really important with this to keep the language clean, but you're doing really well that you're not attaching any acting to it. Okay.
She's back.
Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance.
Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance.
Again.
Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How is the fraud appeal, Papa? Marine insurance.
Okay, stop. Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance.
Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal? Marine insurance. Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal?
Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance.
Oh, like me. How is the fraud appeal, Papa? Marine insurance. Oh, like me.
Okay, stop. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? How's the fraud appeal, Papa? How's the fraud appeal, Papa?
How's the fraud appeal, Papa? How's the fraud appeal, Papa? How's the fraud appeal, Papa? How's the fraud appeal, Papa? Marine insurance.
Good. Again.
Good.
Oh, like me. How is the fraud appeal, Papa? In marine insurance. Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? Marine insurance. Oh, like me. How is the fraud appeal, Papa?
How's the fraud appeal? Not how is.
How's the fraud appeal, Papa?
The marine insurance.
Marine insurance. How's the fraud appeal? Marine insurance. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? Marine insurance.
The marine insurance.
How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. How is the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. How is the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. How is the fraud appeal, Papa?
How's the fraud appeal?
How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. How's the fraud appeal?
Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance.
Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? Marine insurance. Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance.
Okay, stop. Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance.
Is Mabel afraid? Is Mabel afraid? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how's the fraud appeal, Papa? Marine insurance. Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance.
Stop. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. Is it a fraud case? Is it not?
How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. Is it a fraud
Case? Is it
case?
not?
Is it not?
How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance.
How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. Is it a fraud case? Is it not? Is
Yeah,
that-
let me take that line again. Is it a fraud case? Is it not? Is it a fraud case? Is it not? Is it a fraud case? Is it not?
Is it a fraud case? Is it not? Is it a fraud case? Is it not? Is it a fraud case? Is it not? Is it a fraud case? Is it not? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insured. Is it a fraud
No,
case?
trying to do too much. The marine insurance, is it a fraud case? Is it not?
The marine insurance, is it a fraud case? Is it not? The marine insurance, is it a fraud case? Is it not? The marine insurance, is it a fraud case? Is it not? The marine insurance,
Insurance.
the marine, the marine insurance, is it a fraud case? Is it not? The marine insurance, is it a fraud case? Is it not? The marine insurance, is it a fraud case? Is it not? The marine insurance, is it a fraud case? Is it not? The marine insurance, is it a fraud case? Is it not?
Stop. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance, is it a fraud case? Is it not?
How is the fraud? Is it a?
How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine
How's the
insurance.
fraud? How is the fraud appeal, Papa? Marine insurance. Is it a fraud case? Is it not?
Stop. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? How's the fraud appeal, Papa? How's the fraud appeal, Papa? How's the fraud appeal, Papa?
How's the fraud appeal, Papa? How is the fraud appeal, Papa? How is the fraud appeal, Papa?
How's the fraud?
How's the fraud appeal, Papa? 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 Marie,
Antoinette, breathe.
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 how's the fraud appeal, Papa? How's the fraud appeal, Papa? Marine insurance, is it a fraud case? Is it not?
Good. Start at the top. Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me.
Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. Is
Good.
Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Afraid. Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me.
Again.
Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me.
Good.
Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. You want me
Is
to-
Mabel a slave?
Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. Is
Deep
Mabel-
breath. Is Mabel a slave?
Is Mabel a slave?
Oh, like me.
Bless
How's
you.
the fraud appeal, Papa?
Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa?
Again.
Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? How's the fraud appeal, Papa? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa?
Good.
Is
Is
Mabel
Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance.
Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. Is
Again.
Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance. Is
Again.
Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how's the fraud appeal papa the marine insurance? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how's the fraud appeal papa the marine insurance? Is Mabel
Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me. How's the fraud appeal, Papa? The marine insurance, is it a fraud?
Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how's the fraud appeal papa the marine insurance? How can I cannot do that?
Fraud.
Huh?
The marine insurance, is it a fraud?
Is it a fraud? I keep wanting to say how again. Is it a fraud?
From the top.
Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how's the fraud appeal papa the marine insurance? Is it a fraud? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how's the fraud appeal papa the marine insurance? Is it a fraud? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how's the fraud appeal papa the marine insurance? Is it a fraud or is it not? Is Mabel a slave?
Fraud case, is it not?
Is it a fraud case? Is it not? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how is the fraud appeal papa the marine insurance? Is it a fraud case or is it not? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how's the fraud appeal papa the marine insurance? Is it a fraud case or is it not?
Stop. There is no or. Is it a fraud?
Or? Okay.
Is it not? It's really period. Is it a fraud case? Is it not?
Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how is the fraud appeal papa the marine insurance? Is it a fraud case? Is it not? Is Mabel a slave? Is Mabel a slave? Oh, like me, how is the fraud appeal papa the marine insurance? Is it a fraud? Is it not? Is it a fraud case? Is it not?
Stop.
Good.
That's great.
I just have to stop talking so fast and pronounce my words.
Yes.
I do that all the time.
Really? I never noticed that about
How you never noticed that, right?
you.
That's the one thing I didn't heard from my dad. He talked fast and a lot.
All right, you ladies know how to work now?
Is it a fraud case or is it not?
No or.
Is it a fraud
got a
case?
couple
Is it not?
Great. Let's hear the questions.
Okay, how do I, if I'm memorizing it as a monologue, do I go back to find out where the breaks are in it?
No.
So how do I know when I'm supposed to stop talking and the other character is beginning to say something?
Gotta listen.
What I'm saying, if I'm going in a steady straight thing, Hillary, how do I know if it says no? Also no. I didn't want to do this. Me, I'm the president. It sounded ridiculous, but you convinced me. It took me months, but you convinced me. You made me want it. How do I know? Because he's got interjections in there.
Yep, he does.
So how I'm going to stop you right now is you're jumping ahead of yourself and you're going to get overwhelmed. This week, I want you to meet with Antoinette twice.
Okay.
Y'all can do it on the phone or y'all can do it on Zoom. All I want you to do is run lines by rote. The next
We got something we're going to do together.
you will put all of the pieces together and you will do a scene, a short one, with each other. And you will see how that works.
So you're giving us a
You're not
scene?
thinking about memorizing lines and you have to start a scene with just your lines. Organically, you will start to listen and respond. What was catching you up is that you chose monologues instead of scenes. So it was easy to make each line make sense. Antoinette just had a scene where the lines by themselves didn't really make sense. So you actually had to listen to the other person to get what you needed to say out. It would have made sense if those lines don't make sense just as a monologue. So the only choice you have is to memorize them by rote. So I want you to find a scene.
Mm-hmm.
I have a scene I can send to you, Shona.
You're going to sing to both of us?
Yeah, I have a.
Okay.
Oh, what were you saying,
How
April?
does this
You're
work?
sending it to both of us because we have to do it it's two people in the scene, right? You
No,
said,
but I think I need to send you guys just lines.
okay. You going to send it to us?
Can we do that? Can
Sorry, what?
pick a couple of scenes and type up the lines for one character and the lines for another character and then send them to these two?
Yeah. Do you want me to pick something that would be right for both of them, or does it not matter?
I actually want it to not be right.
Great. Okay, that's
So
easy.
are you gonna pick who gets which lines, or are we gonna pick who gets? You gonna send me my lines, and you're gonna send her lines?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I can do that tonight.
And then you're going to drill them, drill them, drill them. So what you guys can do when you meet this week is send her your lines, and you will drill her on her bell scene.
Oh, wait. So wait. I thought okay. I'm confused. What are we
So
doing?
here's the first thing
Yeah,
you're
me
going to do. You guys are going to meet once, and you're going to use the scenes you did today.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to run lines with each other. So basically, Shona, you'll have all of Antoinette's lines in front of you, and you'll go, okay, here's the first line, repeat 9 times. Then you'll have the second line, repeat 9 times. You'll basically coach each other on the 9 times fast.
So I will have her monologue to be able to coach her. She will have my monologue to be able
Well,
to
it's my lines. It's not really a monologue. I'll send you the whole scene.
I have one that are that is a scene that I've condensed as suggested into a monologue.
Well, she's not making long. She just said do your lines. I don't know if she wants a monologue, but it's just your lines. So you're gonna learn your lines, right?
Well, I'm saying the exercise, if I understood it for this past week, was to take a scene that let's say the characters are Susan and David, and take all of Susan's lines and condense them into what I'm now just stating as a monologue.
Yes.
Am I incorrect?
Yes.
Was that correct? April,
That's correct. That's correct. You're going to do the same thing.
So what I'm asking is, am I giving Antoinette the entire scene that has both Susan and David, or am I giving her the exercise where I condensed it into what I am now terming as a monologue simply because David is not responding? Which one am I?
Well, you're not going to do either because you're not going to do either because right now I'm going to forward Antoinette your email. So she will already have your lines.
And if I can find the name of that company that she says, then I'll fix that because I couldn't make out what the hell she was saying.
Antoinette, I'm going to send your lines to Shona now.
Uh-huh.
So she will have it.
Okay.
So you guys will rehearse that first one together. Okay? Meet. And then the second time you meet, you will then coach each other on the lines that Hillary has sent you.
Which I'll do tonight.
Okay.
Okay?
But when we meet next week, we're going to have 2 things to do.
That's right.
And in that, what Hillary is sending me are the lines that I am to help Antoinette learn?
Yeah.
Or are we just going to learn our own lines and read them
I
together?
want you to coach each other on the lines that you need to learn.
So
just what we were doing with you when April was feeding you the lines,
Yes.
you're going to do that for each other.
But what I'm saying is, so you're going to send me, whatever you're sending me, you're going to send us like a script.
I'm just going to send you, one set of lines.
Oh, you're going to send me one set of lines, and you're going to send her one set of lines.
Yes.
But then I'm going to send her my set of lines so she can help me.
Mhm.
And then she'll send me her set of lines so I can help her.
Thank you. Okay, understand.
No, we're good.
Okay.
That made sense. Yep.
Yes.
Y'all do what y'all need to do. And then come Monday, I'll give you something different and we'll have to go. Okay, now. We'll see
So I
what
know that's probably what you'll do.
But that's called, because I have 17 emails now from House of Cards right now going, can you do that right now? And I'm like, no. That's actually how it goes.
Yep.
It's actually
Are you coming down here?
No, I didn't book it. But they're just like, can you do this? Like, can you put your cell phone tape for this right now? I was like,
For real.
It's 3 pages.
For real. Yeah. I did that yesterday.
Now, because that's actually how it happens.
Yeah.
And then you'll go in the day after, and they'll be like, because they want to see if they can call you in on Wednesday, and will they give you a different set? Okay. And it's not a little bit of text.
So you tell them you're not doing it?
No, I'm gonna
Oh, you're going to do it?
As soon as I get off the writing class, I'm gonna do it in 10 minutes.
You have to go. You got to teach.
All right, so I have a class now. A writing class.
You have a class now?
Yes. She's got to go.
So you got another class? When are you going to do your 10 minutes of recording? Oh, you're going to do it with Hillary?